I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows all things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people to struggle. As you come on in, know that this is a safe space. Know that this is a space for learning and getting learned up. Know that this is a space for questions and answers, conversation, comments and concerns, dialogue. This is a space for intellect, building and destroying. This is your space, a space of integrity, of love, of understanding. Culture and freedom, power and refinement, justice. This is a space where we encourage and uplift each other. This is your space, our team. As you truly know, this is a space where we work on unity, on a path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants come on in, please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration of the class. Please keep all funding information, funding links, tags, names, nicknames. Keep all funding information in the chat for the duration of class and throughout the class. Corey Grant, much appreciated for funding the war effort early in class. Okay? Fund this war effort. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, book an assessment. Find out your triggers. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, man, come on and work on yourself. All assessments and sessions are confidential. Vegas rules. You understand what I'm saying? If you or anybody you know is in need of a domestic violence intervention, please book an assessment. If it's your auntie, if it's your granny, if it's your mailman, if it's your UPS man, the parcels lady, man, if it's the lady in the bodega, Spanish mommy, if it's mommy behind the grill, I don't care who it is. Your teacher, your boss, damn it, your co-worker. Book an assessment. Okay? If you or anybody you know is in need of intimate relationship, abuse, consultations, book an assessment. Learn the warning signs. Okay? Be aware of the characteristics. Learn the behaviors that should alarm you. I'm telling you, the life you save could be your own. Yes. Look, man. I'm trying to rush. I'm trying to get this class together, get it right. I'm making an attempt not to go off because this is triggering. Very, very triggering. As you know, I love my children. I love the youth. I understand them. So this class is really, really, really close to heart. And it comes from a discussion that I usually don't share. This was a family discussion that was very intense yesterday. Because everybody involved in the conversation felt a specific way. So please, tag your youth, tag your kids, tag each other in this. But tag Philly. Philly, if you're in the building, tag Philly. Somebody in there, tag OG Law, tag Samad Starks, tag Philly. We got to get into it, okay? YBC Dul. Dul rather. For Abdul, Dul. Tag him. Tag YBC. Because he was just an affiliate. Okay? And really just part of the larger conversation. So tag them Philly streets, tag New York City streets, Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Because this is affecting all of us. Nate Benz, Slavery Gang, and all that. All of that. Tag them too. Tag Memphis. Tag Illinois. Tag the Chi. Tag Bmore. Tag Nashville. Tag Oakland. Tag LA. Yeah, tag them. Tag Diddy. Since he want to be running around now, you out on the beach. You and Stevie J, Bro Manson and all that, tag them too. Because he's the prototype for this shit right here. Okay? Yeah, tag him. And somebody, anybody, please, tag Juvenile. Louisiana, y'all out here? NOLA, y'all out here? Tag Juvenile. Because he been trying to go viral for so long. Let's help him. Yeah. Here we go again with the North and the South. So tag him. Yeah, tag his little rusty ass. Tag Juvenile. And while you're at it, tag yourselves. Tag your classmates. Let's see who's in the class today. Front and center. Ready for this learning. Eric Carlos, San Antonio, Riverwalk is in the spotty spot. Alamo is in the spotty spot. Remember them. Yeah, Fort Sam, Houston, we see you. Boom, Frankie. East New York is in this. Chop. Yes, Chop. You up in here. Speak on it. Corey Grant, salute. We see you, King. Much appreciated. Ninth Power, 55. Ninth, 55. Yeah. 55. Kim Williams, what up? Tierra. T, we got you. T, what up, T? Cool K. Yeah. Sean Jenkins. Yeah. Geechee. What up, Geechee? Bam. Yeah, Bam. Philly's in the building. Yeah, Philly in the building. Bam and then chopping it. Who else? We got Philly. Tag him. Versace Broccoli. 55. Yeah. Bless. Where's your other 7? Yeah. Let's go. Vet. What up, Vet? C Blaze. A Wood. C Blaze Sniper. In here. J Woo. Connecticut. In the building. Yeah. Chet. 55. Chet. That's what's up. 55. Yeah. Gene. We got Camp Gene. North of the border in the building. We international. Yeah. Khalif, what up? Yeah. We see you. We see you. Uptown Dre, what's going on? Andrea, yes. Heal up, Andrea. We see you in the class. Yeah. We see you. Mark Hines, what up? What up? We see you. Yeah, Drew, what up? Yeah, I know. 55, Drew. Yeah. Elusive Views, what up? I see you. Yeah. Saul. 55, Saul. Shani, what? Come on. You on here? You in here? You in here? All right. We see you. Miss Reels. What up, Miss Reels? We see you. Bushhead, what's going on? Yeah, they in it. Black Leaf, what up? Hey, Ghoster, what up? Murder Gang, yo, what up? Yeah, we rocking and rolling. I see. Ho, Sham-Allah, peace, almighty, what's going on? Oh, Mark Milliner. B Dolo, 55, B Dolo, 55. Vegas, yeah. I'm voting for you. That's who we vote for, you. Mississippi in the building. What's going on? Lovely lady. Ooh, wait, Lady Charles, what up? Like I said, man, it's already 3. I got to get started. Because you know me in the afternoons, I got the roll. First and foremost, I don't know a lot about drill. I don't. Not at all. Not my cup of tea. Not at all. But I know our children. I know the influence of the streets. Yeah, I know the influence of the streets. And as such, We had a family conversation at the table, at the breakfast table, and the conversation went well into lunch, midday, after midday. Now, it usually doesn't get this heated, but we're talking about generations here. Talking about myself, my better half, my boy, the girl. The girl is 18, 19. The boy's 30, 31. Okay? That's where we at with it. So we're speaking on this because not only did it come through my timeline the way it came through everybody else's timeline, but the discussion had to deal with social media. Uh-oh, S. Beckles. London is in the building, y'all. Little Brit in the building. Magic in the building, yes. Okay? You dig? Now, when we spoke about it, it came from a perspective of caring. Okay? Caring. Somalia, what up? What up, Fabo? We see you. Base Proletariat, we see you. Eric Mayo, we see you. Okay? Caring and the work. And me being very, very upset because when I watched this individual who I was oblivious to before, again, before his climb. Now, I'm saying that to say that this is prototype. The prototype, well, let me rephrase that. This is the end result of the prototype. They wasn't trying to hear what I was saying, right? Got different generations and different levels of what we know from each other, okay? Personalities, behaviors, being engaged in certain lifestyles. Again, I'm the only one that was involved in the streets, was behind the wall, came home to work specifically in the streets to deter people from either being behind the wall or in the graveyard. Everybody else is square. Everybody else is square. But in the environment. Okay? In the environment. Okay? Now, because of such, I have a certain level of knowledge, understanding, and expertise when it comes to looking people in their face and knowing the difference between someone who is off mentally, someone who is criminal, right? And someone in between who really doesn't understand where they sit and how they are manifesting, right? And it got heated. Now, when I seen for the very first time who YBC Dul is, okay? I seen the interview the day before, right? The what is now the infamous last interview. Okay? Infamous. Why? Because right after it, not more than 12, maybe 14 hours, he met his demise. He met his demise. Yeah, if you've never been behind the wall, you can't speak about what's going on behind the wall. Okay? You can't speak on it. You don't have that experience. never been behind there. So you don't even know what it smells like, what the energy is like, and how to survive it. Okay? But anyway, I saw the interview. I'm looking this young person in the face, and while he's going on with his rant about never being robbed, never being touched, nobody got at me, and the posturing, the mannerism, right? The energy that's coming up off of this individual, it's not even, for me, the fact that this person isn't street, but the leaning, he's leaning towards a bird, a nerd, a wannabe. I see it in his eyes, energy, everything. And I'm trying to figure out, first of all, why is this going viral, right? Again, no knowledge of what's going on in Philly other than what we see on the news. I don't know the clicks, the crews, the beat, just like I don't know the Shy. None of that. None of that shit impresses me because it's a symptom of our larger conditions. It's a symptom of the oppression that we're under. The poverty, the miseducation, the lack of mentoring and nurturing, all that. That's all gangs are. That's it. Gangs come about from purposeless movement. When you're not moving in a purpose, okay? When a man has no purpose, when his manifestation of self has no beginning, middle, and ending, you're going to get caught up into any grouping. Whether you're going to become a drunk and be around a bunch of drunks, whether you're going to be a misogynist, whether you're going to prey on little children or women, you understand? Whether you're going to be a criminal, it's a grouping. Any one of those groupings you're going to fall into when you have no purpose, no direction, no outcome. That's it. That's all gangs are. And gangs, okay, are not only in the street. No. Democrats are a gang, Republicans are a gang, fraternities are a gang, stockbrokers are gangs, farmers, gang, police. That's why they don't speak negatively if you don't know. When you're in social settings, when you're in nonprofits, when you're in spaces where you're dealing with social work and groups of people and you're taking professional developments, you can't discriminate against somebody because you believe that they're part of a street organization or a gang. That's the new language, because any grouping like that and movement within a specific belief is a gang. Okay? But when I'm watching him, when I'm looking at him and he's standing there with this Ofe, and the Ofe looked like a clown, a straight bozo, right? Someone who shouldn't even be where he was at. I'm like, what kind of shit is this I'm watching? What is being fed to the children? What is being fed as a representation of an industry? What is being fed as a genre? And I'm like, wow, this is mean. Because both of them the interviewer and the interviewee are not built, were not built to be in the space that was presented to us. You have to observe that. And the discussion got heated, right? Because what was told to me was, if this person says they are, then they are. And I'm saying, I don't care who a person says he is. There's a criteria that has to be met. Now, I'm saying that to say everybody that claims they're a gangster ain't a gangster. Everybody that claims to be drill or drill rapper ain't drilling. Everybody that claims to be of a gang isn't that. And that's an easy read for me. But it's not an easy read for society. It's not an easy read for people who are standing on the outside of it. It's not an easy read for people who choose not to be a part of it. They don't know who's who. Which is why it is so important that we look at Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs, because Puffy was the prototype. Drill is the end result. The prototype for somebody was, this is what we're doing, the manufacturing, the making up, the made up. I've even heard and seen and read people that said Diddy is a gangster. He was gangster, right? We even heard that shit from Fred, who I don't know if Diddy played in his little cheeks or not. He said, nah, Puffy's a gangster. Gangster win. See, this is what was pushed out. Sean Combs was never, ever, and still to this day, ever a gangster. Not at all. Not at all. Not when you looked in his face, as close as we are here. Not when you're standing on stage with him in that energy. Not when Walter was going in his pocket. Never was he ever a gangster. Definitely not when he had on his little Carl Kanai jean suit. If you ever go back to 93, and there's a lot of little Instagram pages and all that got pics of street dudes from 9, 1, 2, 3, and 4. With all of the players, all of the names. Yeah, it's several of them from all over the country, from all different cities, of what dudes look like, who this one. They got pictures of every ghetto star. From the Bronx to Harlem to Brooklyn to Queens to DC to Philly to Jersey. And you won't find not one of them in no goddamn Carl Kanai jeans suit with their chest and nipples out and their drawers showing. But that was prototype. That is what was fed to the industry and ultimately the world globally as somebody who was a gangster. Clive Davis played in his cheeks, gave him money, and this image was created. This kind of dance between reality and fiction. Jules, much appreciated for the super chat. There's a dance that they created in it. Some even claim Pac was part of the dance because he wasn't street or gangster. right? Some say that about Ice Cube. He was never an NWA. Just the writer, right? Like some are saying Chuck D was never a revolutionary. Just the writer. There was a dance that these artists have. There was a space because I'm telling you, there is only two things that's going to happen to any gangster. You're either going to go to jail and serve massive amount of time, or you're going to be in that dirt. That's it. There's no riding off into the sunset with a bag. None of that. You're going to suffer. You're going to have pain. So when I'm looking in these children's eyes, I'm seeing that they are pretending to be someone that they are not. And it's obvious to a duck because this YBC Dul got his head knocked off. He wasn't even in the town that long. When you do the research, he was out somewhere else. Now, yeah, he was living out somewhere else. Now, okay? People are confusing what is actually a person who's about that life from those who are affiliated, from those who are imitating. And that is the danger when it comes to us as a people, us as parents, when we're making the conscious decision to be as nurturing and understanding and helping young folk grow up to make the proper decisions. Now, a lot of them not going to get it. A lot of them are going to fall by the wayside for whatever reason, whether they don't have the brain cells that connect and allow them to process information and experience and get that understanding. Some are going to grow into a space where they're going to be criminal. And in that criminality, they're going to border on insanity. Others, because of the environment, because of how they're being socialized through technology, are going to actually believe that they are what the rest of the people assume they are. And these kids get caught up. It's like the young girls who never really actually been active or had any type of true opposite sex relations, believing that somehow that they're a thought queen and they about that bag and they can deal with multiple individuals at any time, emotionless. You understand? They really don't understand until they're in it and in it deep. But through their self-delusions, they create defaults and coping mechanisms that help guide them through that toxic river. And in the delusion, they believe that they are actually what they are performing as. This is what it is with this drill shit. This is what it is with gang life. You have a bunch of hanger-ons because those who are actually about that action, really, really about that, they're not making videos. They're not doing interviews. They're knee deep in it. They're hitting and getting hit. They don't have time to go in there. Very few. Right? Very few. So we went into the discussion about what is drill, how did it start, where it come from, who really did it, who blew it up, who was quote unquote the best at it, the best representation of it, right? And it is not a glorifying piece, but it's a piece where you have to sit because it's the reference point. And in that reference point, we begin to have critical discussions because this shit is harming us. Not literally, because I speak to mine. You speak to yours. Others may not have the know-how, the patience, or the love to do it. And this is why we come here. This is why we're in class. This is why we have these discussions. So we can grow and manifest better. So as I'm looking at this dude, and all I'm seeing, as I'm looking to him, talking about, ain't nobody never run up on me. Nobody never robbed me. And he got this white dude, and I'm sitting there, and I'm looking, and I'm seeing, then he has another video with another wayward looking old Faye. And I'm saying, these kids are playing. They're playing. And then I do my research and go into several videos that spoke about the whole YBC and the 38th Street and 39th Street and the dramas and those who were really the hitters and all. And I'm saying, I'm affirming my belief that this duel wasn't that. Nowhere in any of the research was he busting hammers. Was he getting hit or getting hit? None of that. But through his playing, through his acting in a role, he decides to start digging up graves and started to take on the persona of being the ultimate op, Mr. Disrespectful. Now I'm looking at him and I'm like, no, you're just the end result of Diddy's prototype. That's it, right? And several people have come in the culture, whether it's hip hop or commercial rap, in that space, right? But those who we know was doing it, right? We seen King Vaughn, right? We seen others, right? We seen the difference between those who were in it and those who weren't. Because as he's walking through the neighborhood, okay? He's walking in the neighborhood and doing interviews with white folk. I'm looking at Shorty and them in the Bronx, and they benzing them, right? I didn't see no interviews. I seen him walking through with police. I seen him coming through the perk wall in cuffs. There's a difference when you looking in the eyes and understanding and knowing which kids are about it, which kids are playing, which kids are in it, which kids are not. But now, if you are able to perform as such, it is being rewarded through social media, through the attention, through YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, and it's being rewarded. A dangerous reward, because this young man, if he wasn't acting, he could have been anybody else. Anybody else. But he chose to play a role. I ain't never, I'm going to keep it 1,000. I'm telling you, the digging up of a grave in a cemetery, I don't know where that has ever been the criteria for a gangster. Never. Ever. At all. I've seen gangsters make money. I've seen gangsters do robberies. I've seen gangsters put in work. I've seen gangsters do all type of things. Never seen that at all. What part of the game is that they have, again, put into these roles to one up each other in this performance of making an attempt to be real? Because even in that, what are you doing? What are you doing? How does that benefit anything that either side of the opposition, whether it's 2 or 4 or 8 or group? What part of the game is that? How does that benefit? There's no benefit in it. Gangsters I know do everything to forward their mission, whether it's to get more money, whether it's to lay more people out, anything, whether it's to recruit. What part of the game? So that, to me, lets me know you're acting like this is a performance of some sort. And when you in it, you don't perform. When you in it, there's no performance. There's a reality that comes with street life. There's consequences. And the most severe consequences usually come from people who are not in it here or here. Those are the ones who suffer the most. The actors. We watch for years people throw the term gangster rap. East Coast, West Coast beef. East Coast, West Coast war. Sean Diddy Combs. Sean Puffy Combs. And again, he became infamous for actually having not one incident that meets the criteria for being a gangster. None. And that prototype has been filtered down. You want to get in the record business, you want to be in the music industry, you must fit this prototype. You must speak on negativity, regression, drug selling, misogyny, and it went from one level to the next, all in a downward decline. But the image is still there. And those who are able to perform at the drop of a hat were the ones who were rewarded and given the most visibility. However, now that's the prototype, the image is out there. You understand? We are dealing with it on smaller levels. So now you have this drill scene. Now you have these gangs. Now you have them in smaller pockets. And by the time we learn about them, what happens? They're already in cuffs heading to the prison camp, or they're already in the dirt. But our kids know about them. We're even getting to a point now where some of our kids not even knowing about them because they're not in it. You understand? That's how small. But is it harmful? Yes. Because this poison is being spread throughout the communities. It's becoming high value. It's becoming a standard for those who don't fit in the other spaces who are not able to code switch, who have been left out, the ones who are not spoken with, not spoken to or spoken for, but spoken with. They have become this. So it's no longer really what I believe, right? Because again, I'm not in that mix. But shit, I'm not in the NBA. I still know the rules and regulations. You understand? I know the difference when I see it from somebody who can play like KG and somebody who can play like, let's say, Kwame Brown, right? Or Trish Childs, right? You don't have to be at that level to understand when somebody is in it and doing it well, and when somebody is struggling, or somebody who's perpetrating. There is a criteria to street life. Trust and believe that there is a criteria for gangster. Just like there's a criteria for ignorance, there's a criteria for almost any social condition or personal makeup. There's a criteria for it. Now, whether the lines get blurred based on that person's know-how and representation of it doesn't mean that there's no criteria. There is a criteria for illegal activity. There is a criteria for street life. Yes, there is. Whether the codes are blurred or not. Yeah. So I had to bring them to an understanding of, okay, maybe he is who he said he was. Maybe they're gonna run with that, because I always get into it with everybody who tries to make the assertion that just because I didn't do this don't mean I'm not tough, or don't mean I could just all that. But in essence, it does. You can't speak about war if you haven't been in it, right? You can't tell no Green Beret, you can't tell no Ranger, no Navy SEAL who's been to Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Vietnam, who you can't tell them what it's like because you don't know. You can't tell me about being behind the walls. You don't know. Doesn't mean I'm any tougher. You might go behind the wall with flying colors. But you might not. You might not be able to make it a week. It ain't got nothing to do with the men. It's just the condition of it. Some people can't be in a cell. I've seen people crack. Claustrophobic and stuff. Health issues and stuff. You understand? So all this, I'm tough. I ain't never been to jail and all this other weirdness. Okay. Again, that is your belief. But there is a criteria. Just like if somebody comes to you and tells you they're a teacher, they're an educator, and they going on, and you look at their Facebook profile, and you look at their IG page, and they're telling you they're a teacher, they're a teacher, they're a teacher. And you don't know, because you've never been to their school. All you do is you watch how they present themselves. And for 10 years, they've been saying it, and all of a sudden, you really find out that they ain't a teacher, that they're a professional or school aide. They just work in a school. And so I'm saying, well, I thought they were a teacher. Yeah, because you don't know the criteria. Just like people believe that teachers in charter school are just as good as teachers in public school. Now, knowing they're not. Because teachers in charter school don't have the certification. There's a difference. There's a certification. There's criteria. There's certain standards that have to be shown and proved. And people in commercial rap are not gangsters. They never meet the criteria. So these kids are acting. The ones who aren't acting, you never ever see. You hear about the damage. Most of these kids are the end results of Diddy's prototype. Someone that had flash, that had money, that had opportunity, that had high visibility. And others, because of that, allowed him to make certain calls. That's it. He ain't no gangsters. And the majority of these drill rappers that you see, by the time you see them, they wasn't about that. They're not the true representation of it. These are kids playing games. That's why so many of them are meeting their demise. So it's up to us to begin to not only educate ourselves, but get into conversation and dialogue so they can understand the true manifestations of their actions and the subsequent consequences. You understand? There's consequences to street life. There's consequences with gang life. There's consequences with it. And whether you believe that you can handle those consequences, or in fact that you can handle those consequences, it doesn't mean that you were put here for that purpose. That you wasted your potential to be greater, to be caught up into a game where the rules have been put in play by old phase, by white folk, by the establishment and the institutions that govern us all. Do you understand that? You understand that? That's where we're at with it. You dig? That's where we're at with it. So we got to get to the grit of it. If not, I tell y'all what, it don't matter what conversations we have as an adult. It don't matter if T45 and his ear buzzing ass get into the seat, or if Montel Thot get into the seat. It don't matter. It really don't. Because we don't have too many summers left. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you're over 40, you don't have too many summers left. You don't. You may believe it. You can. I'm not taking away from your joy, but your ass need to be very truthful and start learning these people up, these young people who you may need. You may need them. And if they're out of their mind or in the prison camps or already in the dirt, come on now. For real, for real. Okay? I just had to get that out, man. For real. Made absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. Right? Then Cole say that song in the roof. We never heard of Buddy. Right? We shouldn't be pushing his song after. We shouldn't be talking after he met his demise. We don't know these kids. By the time we find out, it's too damn late. Okay? So to Philly, I'm serious, Philly. It's people out there doing the work. I'm telling you, my man Samad Stark's been doing the work for a decade and a half in Philly. Other side, OG Law in Philly. Who's just working? Working. But they are single entities. No resources, nothing. Nothing. All the rap dudes in Philly, all these dudes supposed to have this bread and this money. They don't put no money in Samad hands. They don't put no money in OG Law. They don't put no time and resource into none of them. And the streets of Philly is allowing this. See the Ofe that did the interview, he ain't get his head knocked off. Dilbert looking ass is still running around. He out there. And his people are going to watch. He's going to get millions of views. But, you know, YBC Dul, his family not getting shit. Nothing. Life deferred once again. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Okay, let's go. Next up, because again, it's triggering. And I'm getting very, very, very tired of hearing this whole discussion about down south commercial rap and up north hip hop. Now who we get? We done heard everybody speak on it. All the way from Outkast about the South got something to say. All right. Y'all ain't said shit. And everybody that said something, y'all don't pay him no mind. Killer Mike been saying something, y'all don't pay him no mind. I'm talking about lyrically and creatively. I'm talking about politics, but he been saying something. David Banner been saying something. Right? Individuals that say something, y'all don't pay him no mind. So South got something. What the hell y'all have to say? And since he opened his mouth, Juvenile. The one who we can really say is responsible for the new era of booty rap, of credit card between the butt cheeks rap. Yeah, Juvenile got something to say. Right? Because we kind of went past Luke. Went past Luke. But this new, brand new energy started right there. Juvenile. Okay? And he had a lot to say recently. Yeah. He had a lot to say. Hey, Goody Mob had something to say and they got their ass right up out of there. One album, beat it. Get your ass up out of there. Y'all saying too much. And the South didn't hold them down. The same producers was responsible for the switch up in Atlanta. Yeah, because if they was really down for what Goody Mob was saying, they would have held it down. Would have held it down. You don't go from get up, get out, and get something to sell therapy, right? To Miss Jackson. There ain't no match. Sold them out. He sold their own peoples out. Simple as that. Come on. David Banner wouldn't even be here no more if he ain't dropped like a pimp. He would have been finished, done. So how much shit did the South have to say? Well, let me get started and hot. All right? I'm trying to anger management, de-escalate. But every time I hear one of these rotten mouth, you understand what I'm saying? Crawfish, shoe wearing ass dudes keep talking about the difference and what they did when it come to commercial rap. Here we go again. So Juvenile been trying to go viral. Damn, I guess ever since Turk came home. Nobody was giving a damn about Juvenile. He fell back. Okay? But he been trying to go viral. He been watching Plies go viral on IG. He been watching Boozy. He trying to figure out what's up with me, right? He went hard at Essence Fest. Y'all ain't put me down. I did this and that. Right? Everybody else had pockets of where even me, G, was locked up. They was paying more attention to him than the juvie. So now, after the Essence Fest he got tight. He was getting tight at every little thing. Get tight on an airplane. Yeah. Believing them folks knew who he was. Ain't nobody know who you was. Take your ass to coach. Right? He got tight. Yeah, I'm getting off the plane. Get off the plane. The plane's still going. They don't care. Beat it. Beat it. You ain't Ye. Get out of here. You ain't see, since you quoted him, you ain't see Jay. Jay-Z ain't get kicked off no plane. Nah. None of them. You see Nas get kicked down and downgraded. None of that. But he tried to make this another beefing moment. With up north, I guess up north, here, and then the interviewer. Yeah, they were talking about lyrics. Because lyrics is the cornerstone of rhyming, right? Of making a record. Like you said, you gotta make a hit. Yeah, they talk about, but they the best rappers, lyricists, but they can't make a hit. Moment for y'all. Get your little TikToks and do all that little editing that you do on my vids, which is so appreciated. Here's the moment. Clip this real quick. What an artist does on wax or not has nothing to do with it being a hit. The industry, the companies, make it a hit. There were a lot of hits that a lot of people didn't like, thought were cheesy and trash, but the institution of the music industry made it a hit. I don't care how hot a certain song was that I really liked. It didn't get the push. It didn't get the rotation. And if you went in the record store when they had them, they wasn't there. The artists don't do any of that. The artist is not a program director. The artist is not the video producer at MTV or BET. The artist does not manufacture the cassette, CDs, DVDs, or the streams. The industry decides what's a hit or not. Because if that was the case, Juvie, I'm sure you would have made some more hits. What happened, homie? You ain't have a hit since the joint was Soulja Slim. And that was his joint. You ain't have no hit. You didn't. You had Back That Ass Up. You had Ha. That's it. You ain't had no more other hits. What other hits you got? What other hits do you have, Juvenile? None. People know you for 3 songs. Bling Bling wasn't even yours. Majority of the hits that came out of Cash Money was collectives until Wayne got it, right? Until Baby said, I bet the house on the youngin'. Wayne had solo hits. So Juvie's talking about his album, 400 Degrees, which most people don't know any of the other songs off of it. But I want him to stay right there. Because of the Southern explosion in 9/8, and because Cash Money and Wendy Day was able to negotiate some shit, and he had a lot of dollars pushing that through the airwaves and in the record stores, which a lot of people have no knowledge of now. Coconut Records, right? Remember that? Tower Records, remember that? Sam Goody, remember all that. Because the company pushed it through, and he was initially the first one, of the Southern explosion. It pushed. In the time when records was coming out every Friday, right? Every Tuesday, they was coming out. And you go in the store and you know, by the time the Northerners got wind of it and said, yeah, this shit is okay. Because New York radio started playing it. Yeah. But he stuck to going back, Jay-Z, nah, I got more records sold than they do as solo artists. Okay. And he said 4 times platinum was what 400 Degrees went. 4 times platinum, 4 million copies sold, and released in 1998. And that is what he used, right? That's what he used to say that he was the best. And they don't know me. I could get down. I could really get down. You all right. And anybody that was in the mountains with me could tell you that the very first time I saw Ha on BET, I told you, I said, yo, this that shit. And being that we was behind the wall, New York State Correctional Facilities, in day rooms and in the yards and stuff, I got laughed at. You don't know. He ain't saying nothing. Who is that, Bliz? Why you always like this shit? But I heard him. I heard what he was saying in Ha. Way before Jay was on the remix. I heard it. That Ha shit was hard. Because I listened to lyrics. Like I was listening to Face since 1988. So I give you your props. You got a little something with you, but you ain't even the best out of the South. Lyrically, T.I. blow right through you, Juvie. So will MJG. Blow right through you. Lyrically, you ain't messing with none of them. All crit. You're not. Damn it, you ain't even better than Mystical. Lyrically, you ain't even the best in Louisiana. But you said you sold 4 million. You said you sold 4 million in 1998 and said that because you did that, you was the best. You know who else dropped the album in 1998? And sold more units than you, Juvie? Lil Dude Out of Jamaica, Queens, they 50 Cent. Sold 9 million of Get Rich or Die Trying in 1998. Nope. 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 Wasn't 50. 50 didn't come out till 2002. But he using these numbers. My bad. 1998. Yeah, Marcus, no. Wasn't. It was DMX. Yes. X is dark and hell is hot was 98. And that was 6 million. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's who it was. I got 50 for later because he said he's the best solo rapper. That's what he's saying. Based on sales. 50 sold 9 million to Get Rich or Die Trying. Mm-hmm. But before 50 even did that, Snoop, way out west, did 7 mil. 7 mil for Doggy Style. 11 mil worldwide. So I'm trying to figure out where he is thinking his little punk ass 4 mil makes him the better solo artist. Damn it, Hammer sold more than you, Juvenile. Yeah, Hammer sold more than you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. As a solo act. Mm-hmm. But we're gonna keep it. Because again, shit, even Ja Rule. Ja Rule had 2 triple platinum plaques. Back to back. Yeah. Triple platinum for Rule 336. Triple platinum for Pain is Love. Okay? Sales are industry, music, label, music company. That's who controls that. Artists don't do it. Like this bozo bird that was making an attempt to clown Joe Budden because he just went gold. That song, if at that time, if they shipped out 100,000 units, and in that year he did 100,000 back then for Joe Budden's song, he did decent. Now, if he was going and say he topped out at 200,000 sales and then started doing whatever he do as a custy, smoking or sniffing or pill popping, and the label said, yo, you know what, we done with you. So now that's at 200,000. And then this new affinity for him comes back when he's on a damn reality show with Tahiri, and he sell another 100,000. Just say that. So he's at 300,000. And now we talking another 10 years later. He's on podcasts, he's doing things, and now they start pushing out. He don't have control over what the company does. He don't. We know that. This is 2024. We know the artist has no control over the pricing of whatever it was at that time, whether it was a CD, a cassette, or a D, nothing. Artists don't have control over that. So you laughing and chuckling and kicking because he just got a gold plaque? Shit, whoever is the administrator of those rights, whoever is doing that and decides to push these physical things out at any given time is not up to the artist. So what the hell are you chuckling for? And just like Juvie, you making these statements, you didn't do 4 million. You wasn't out there out the back of your trunk and did 4 million. You didn't produce none of this shit. You didn't even make the beat. At all. So all of this back and forth with lyrics up north and sales down south, that shit don't make you no nicer of an MC, Juvenile. You ain't nice. You damn sure ain't nicer than Jay, Nas, Killer Priest, Ghost, and the list go on and on. You not nicer than nobody up north. None of them. We got elders still rocking. You ain't nicer than Tretch, Powers and News, nothing. Nobody who had commercial success as well. Your little 4 million on one album, you ain't do that again. You ain't do that again. Let's see, why? Ask him why he never sold another album like that. And the first thing he's gonna say, the record label and the company, right? So if Jay sold something that was 3 million and they stopped pressing it, that's it. It's out of his hands. Nas sold 3 million and they stopped pressing it, that's it. And the next year he drops something else. He can't go back and say, yo, why don't y'all press 500 more of that? Nah, it don't work like that. The artist, the MC, does not dictate whether or not he getting mass sales. If that was the case, Juvie, your bum ass would have had a couple of more albums that did more than 3 or 4 million. What's up? Do it again. Since you made that statement and you want to put the South against the North, go 4 times platinum right now today. Juvenile, make another back that ass up or something with no substance. I never heard none of them dudes from the South say, yeah, I came in the game, I want to be just like Juvie. None of them. They all said they want to be like Wayne. Tip was influenced. Yeah, I got influenced by, UGK or MJG or Scarface. Ain't nobody said they came in the game and wanted to be the next Juvie. None of them. None of them. You got mad people want to be like Nas. Mad people want to be like Jay. Mad people want to be like De La and Tretch and 50. What's up? What's up? Do it again. Let's see you go 4 million now. In this era. You ain't even got a hit out now. You was getting gassed up off that tiny desk shit and all that. Get out of here with that shit. Stop trying to pit the North against the South. Stop trying to pit the West against the East. Cut it out. Get that nasty ass goal out your mouth and go make some hits. Since you a hit maker, go make another hit. Let's see some hits. Let's make a hit. Make a hit. Juvie, since that's what it's about. Go make a hit. Since nobody don't know about me. They don't know about me. I could go. Then go. Go off. Let's make a hit. Let's make a hit. Let's stop all this drill shit and make a hit. Let's go. Since you like that. Since you so ill with it. Yeah, Pain. Right, let's go. Since lyrics don't matter. I'm trying to see it. Right now, everybody that has lyrics, they winning now. Everybody that's coming out, making sure they lyrically up, those is who getting recognized now. RJ Payne, 38 Spanish, Penny, right? Everybody that's spitting, right? Kendrick, everybody that's spitting. I don't see you in that mix, Juvie. I don't see you nowhere in that mix. What's up? You ain't even make a Back That Ass Up remix 2024. If you do, you're going to probably reach out to Lotto, Glorilla, somebody is current to make it nice and thick. Get your ass out of here, man. Y'all got to start checking these dudes when they say that silly shit and the platforms they say it on. That's that divisive shit. 4 million. But you getting kicked off planes. You getting kicked up out of first class. But you 4 million records sold 25 years ago. But they escorting your ass up out of first class. Right? Getting thrown out like Martin. Yeah, get your ass up out of here. Real quick like. Uh-huh. Yeah. You ain't said nothing but a word. Get your ass up off. You got up off the plane, though. You ain't go to coach. Right? Hurt your little pride. We ain't do that. Ain't nobody up north did that. Nah, that wasn't Harlem Airlines. Wasn't Brooklyn Airlines. We ain't do that. Why you trying to start beef now? You ain't do none of that. No. Your people, you the man, right? 4 million. Everybody should know you. You claim they knew you. Homie ain't know you. Nah. You on a plane in first class. Like Martin in the goddamn unemployment office. What's up? I say what's up. I say what's up. Sit your ass down. Yeah. When they talking about, back that ass up. Nah, nigga, back your ass up to coach. Get up out of here. That's it. Get your ass up out of here. Back your ass up to coach or get off the plane. 4 million sold. Get that shit out of here, yo. Stop letting these dudes come online stunting. And on that note, if y'all funded the war effort, or if you didn't, much appreciation. Classroom assistants, much appreciation for holding it down. Make sure y'all get back to class with all 10 fingers and 10 toes, man. All right? Remember, guard your mind. These dudes is playing with your mind. Guard your mind. Okay? Listen. Watch. It's knowledge. Listen, look, observe, and respect. That's knowledge. It's mathematics. That's the math. Look, listen, observe, and respect. And let them play with your mind. We're not going for it. We're not allowing separation anymore. No more of that shit. We're going to unite and we're going to get right. Clown ass people, man. Love on them kids. Start talking to them teens, man. Let them know they're not criminals. Stop this bullshit. They're not pillheads. Get them up out of there. And if they don't listen, then wipe your hands clean with them. Because they're not listening to you and they in your house and they doing street shit, they're going to end up dying anyway. You don't need to die on your watch. Get their ass out. Either you're going to listen, we're going to get right, we're going to do what we have to do as a family, or you out of here. Stop feeding these derelicts and paying attention to them. Get them up out of your house. Let them be who they said they want to be. Simple as that. You dig? I'll be back later. I'll holler at y'all. Hey, yo, 55 gang. Get y'all grades up.